The Syrian Arab Army SAA and the National Defense Forces NDF continued their attempts to retake the town of Suran from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham HTS and its allies in northern Hama. The SAA and the NDF had regrouped and deployed artillery units and military equipment for this operation. Intense clashes are ongoing in the area. Reports have appeared that some HTS allies were unable to absorb the pressure from government forces and decided to withdraw from the area. If confirmed, this is likely to lead to the collapse of militant defences in the area soon. ISIS has carried out a number of light counter-attacks against the SAA and the NDF in the countryside of Palmyra. According to the ISIS-linked news agency Amaq, the terrorists had killed some 14 pro-government fighters and a BMP infantry fighting vehicle. Meanwhile, government forces continued their operation aimed at capturing the strategic Palmyra al-Sin highway. The SAA targeted ISIS points in Al-Mazeh, Al-Suwaim villages and in the Al-Qaryatun Dam area. According to opposition sources, the Syrian Air Force have carried out multiple airstrikes targeting the US-backed FSA group Asud al-Shakia forces in the Syrian desert to stop their attack, which is aimed at breaking the siege on Jaish al-Islam in East Kalamun. Pro-Turkish social media activists have been spreading rumours that the predominantly Kurdish Syrian Democratic Forces SDF are going to hand over Tal Rifat, Menar and their surroundings to the Turkish-backed coalition of militant groups known as the Free Syrian Army in northern Aleppo. According to the statements, this would be a result of some secret deal. However, so far it just looks as if it is part of the ongoing Turkish media campaign over the Syrian conflict, which was launched following the alleged chemical attack in Idlib. Since that time, the Turkish leadership have repeatedly called for the use of force and other measures against the Syrian government. Recent reports are likely aimed at fueling tensions between the SDF and the SAA in the province of Aleppo. The SDF has announced the start of the fourth phase of its operation to capture the ISIS-held city of Raqqa. Its main goal is to seize the northern countryside of the city. The SDF said that this effort will be supported by the US coalition and called on civilians in the villages north of Raqqa to cooperate with them. At the same time, ISIS terrorists are still in control of the important town of Tabqa and a part of the Tabqa Dam west of Raqqa. The US-backed force is still struggling to capture these points from ISIS. According to pro-ISIS sources, some 28 SDF fighters were killed in the recent military developments in the area. On April the 11th, the US-led coalition's fighter jet hit a group of SDF fighters south of Tabqa, killing 18 of them. The two sides allegedly launched a joint investigation to avoid similar incidents in the future. On April the 13th, the Syrian Defense Ministry said in a statement that the US-led coalition's air power had targeted the headquarters and chemical weapons depot belonging to the ISIS terrorist group in the village of Hatla near the city of Deir Ezzor on April the 12th. According to the statement, a toxic cloud appeared as a result of the airstrike, inflicting major casualties, hundreds of deaths, among civilians in the area. The Syrian Defense Ministry said that the incident confirmed the ability of various terrorist groups to obtain, to transport, to keep, and to use chemical weapons. It also added that it does not possess any kind of chemical weapons and does not use them, and warned that terrorists could again use chemical weapons in order to place the blame on government forces. Following the Syrian Defense Ministry statement, Colonel John L. Dorian, spokesman for the US-led coalition, said that it is not true. The Russian Defense Ministry also said that it does not have information confirming the reports on deaths of people and the nature of destructions caused by the bombing, which was carried out by aircraft of the international coalition near Deir Ezzor. Separately, reports appeared in social media that an ISIS warehouse was on fire in Hatla on the evening of April the 12th. However, no visual confirmation has been provided so far.